Hey, alright, so hopefully my sound will be good. We're going to check it out right now and see how it is. Give me just a second. I'm going to my live stream so I can see it. Hopefully everything will look okay. Of course, this is pretty static. Yeah, everything looks okay. It sounds good. I actually sound kind of loud. Okay, but I'm going to go with that because too often I'm too low. So we're going to go with it. Alright, so I got rid of that so we won't have the echo. I'm going to look at a couple of mods that I have downloaded. I can show you some of them right here pretty easy. First off, we have, I'm not saying this is the order we're necessarily going to do it in, though we could. We could do it in this order. This is Roberto the Dwarven Centurion and Krabby the Mud Crab. I mean, let's face it, how can you resist? He's in the Bannered Mare, okay. And Krabby, I think, is near Riverwood. Yeah, Gate of Riverwood. We have this, which is also in Riverwood, which we could go check out. I have seen pictures of this before. Goma Peroland, but I've never actually been to it. And there's another version of it, which we could check out later if we wish. I don't want to make us download stuff. And I want to check out Pit Fighter, the Pit Fighters, and Siri. I think, let me see if there was anything else I really wanted to show you. I don't think so. And I have someone new, and I was hoping to check out some of these things with that new person. It might be easier to do it with an older person that we already have established. I will consider that for a moment. Yeah. Now, JWD, this is, I think, Justin White Designs. Yeah. Alright. He does some good follower mods. You know, if you like what he likes, they're very good. He started doing these head-only, not standalone, which are really a lot better. Especially like this one of Siri. There's no textures included in this. So it works perfectly with whatever textures you're using. And you'll notice it's a really small file size. The problem with some of his others that are head only is that, let me scroll down, just give me a minute. I know this is a lot of scrolling. It'll catch up to us here. The problem with the ones that are head only, but they contain a texture, if they contain a texture and you don't use the exact same texture, you're going to get that little line of discoloration at the neckline, which I do not like. You also notice the file size is bigger because he's using a 2K texture. I don't need or want a texture on the head. I already have a texture that I use. So it is kind of, even though it says it's head only, it's still kind of made in a standalone fashion because it has its own texture, which doesn't work for me. Probably won't work for you either unless you can tolerate that line. If you can tolerate that line, that's fine. So I really don't like these. Plus, it makes the file bigger. He's using a texture that I'm not even going to use, and it's just going to take up more space unnecessarily. Now, I am not grumping and complaining. That line is pretty faint, and you can easily, if you saw my previous video on Red Sonja, that line is easily ignorable. But I just think it would be better to not have any texture. I don't know if I can find Red Sonja. But if the head didn't have any texture, you know, skin texture, I'm talking skin texture, eyes, hair, all that stuff's fine. But just skin texture, if it did not have a skin texture, it wouldn't be any issue at all. Now, if I use this and do a hard reset, will that line go away? Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think so. But here's Red Sonja, which is one of the ones that we played with. Let's download her. Now, I would do a hard reset, okay? So that means I'm going to be gone for a few minutes. I would do a hard reset, and I will come back, and we will see if we can see a line, okay? I think because I did this last time, I think we did still see a line, and I think we're still going to again. And like I say, I think it's because that skin texture, even though I have my skin texture below my follower mods, and I'm going to move her up. And I will be happy if I'm wrong, because I really like this red Sonya. I'll just tell you. But I think I'm right. But let's try it. What if I'm wrong? If I'm wrong, then yay. So I'm going to go and I'm going to do like a hard reset, because last time Sonya had this little line that I didn't like. Now she can be found. Where can she be found? I like Red Sonya. I used to read Marvel comics, and I used to read a lot of comics. I sporadically read a few comics now, but I quit reading them regularly back in the 90s when I was like about 30. But I still love comics in a lot of ways. Anyway, that's all beside the point. She's in Riverwood. Where's Siri? Siri's going to be in Dawnstar, so I'm going to make sure that we go to both these places and see these girls. We'll also check out Krabby and Roberto, okay? I'll try to use my new person. If for some reason I think we can't, maybe I'll grab Testra and go do that. Nonetheless, and we'll check out Roberto too. I mean, this has got to be fun, right? And then we want to check out Pit Fighter, which that maybe I'll do that with the new person. So just hold on, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go do this hard reset. We're gonna let this reload. I mean, I'm gonna totally reset the console. So I'm gonna be gone for a few minutes, but I will be back. So just want you to know that. I'm just explaining to you what we're going to do. This is kind of a preparation thing. And I guess, in a way, that kind of makes this video pointless, I suppose. I apologize for that. But this is very short, and the next video, the next stream or video should show you what I'm up to. And it'll only be a few minutes. So, alright. So anyway, if you've watched this, maybe you don't... Oh, another thing that I want to mention is music. Music is becoming a problem in all my videos. It's getting to where I'm getting copyright notices even on the Skyrim theme song, like that right there. If I let that play too long, they copyright my stream. Now, I don't make any money. I'm not a big channel, and I don't make any money. But I don't want my little videos struck with copyright just because I let the theme song for the game play for a minute and then forgot, and you know, or whatever. If I let it play for 30 seconds, whatever. I don't want that to be a problem. You might remember we were working on this girl, and I'm not quite done with her yet. She's the one I want us to play with, though. This is Morgaine. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn down, because it's always with music. Music is the problem. So I'm just going to turn down, I'm going to do this in all my games. I'm going to start turning off all the music I can turn off, because that's what gets me in trouble. I'll be playing somewhere and music's playing. I had it happen. Oh, it happens in anything Star Wars all the time. And it happens, it happened in Watch Dogs, and it started happening in Skyrim, where if I let that menu theme music play, I get a copyright strike. I'm trying to remember. There were some other cases. Anyway, like I said, I know I don't make any money off of this, and that's okay. That's not what I'm getting at. But what if in the future I got lucky somehow, and I could have earned some revenue off of this? I don't want to lose that. So I'm going to be weird, and I'm probably going to start turning off all the music in all my games, because for some reason music seems to be the problem. The game is fine, but these people who create the music and the music companies that want to own the music, they want to then copyright all our videos. Angry Joe's mentioned something about that. That's another big YouTuber. Not that I mean, it's another YouTuber, but it's one of those people that are actually making money and living off of it and doing things. You know, it's one of those people. But he's not the only one. Others have complained about these types of things too. If you're familiar with Jim Sterling, then you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, if you're not familiar with any of them, I mean, you can check them out if you want. There's just not, from what I've seen, there's just not a big market of, no, there's not a big community of Xbox-only YouTubers. So that's why I'm doing stuff on Mixer, and then I poured it over to YouTube. If I ever get to a place where I have the money, I will probably buy something to make this a little better than what it is right now. But for now, I don't mind streaming on Mixer either. It just gives me another place where my video can be, and people have a chance to see it, so that doesn't hurt anything. Oh, okay, this video has become about something altogether different. I'm sorry about that. I'm going now. I just wanted to tell you about that. I'm going, let's see, we're going to save this girl here. And I'm going to go and reset. So I appreciate you humoring me and listening to me, and I will catch you back here in a few minutes, all right? All right, thanks. Bye.